The only survivor of the dinosaur era, a crocodile can be virtually invisible to its prey. He will lie in wait, submerged, motionless, even for hours. Fearsome, discreet, wily, he is perfectly adapted to life in the water and has the sinister reputation as the most dangerous killer in Africa. Predators have an essential part to play in the functioning of their ecosystems. By congregating at places where their prey can cause pollution, they limit proliferation populations, help has just the number of predators it can handle. Even when prey is abundant, chances of success are never sure. Often it depends on the strategy of the attack. Seized at the throat, this gnu has no chance. The lioness's jaws have broken its spine. But the lioness can't lift her prey out of the water because the creek became too muddy during the season. She has to devour the animal here where it was killed, a rare practice. Usually several lionesses hunt together, but there are occasions of solo hunting, and then the lioness can rely only on herself to defend her kill. The prey has barely been taken when other predators start pointing their snouts toward the meal. Yes, it is not enough to hunt down and kill your prey, all the hard work. The female hunts alone because she can't count on her progeny. In this case, 3 teenagers, they're too young as possible, and deliver a powerful swipe of the paw to throw the animal off balance. Once it's under, the cheetah's powerful jaws sink teeth into the throat, and that's that. She all at once that she needs a breathing space to prowl, and he knows that this is the instant to try something if he's going to steal any of the meat. Just waste no time in munching off the first bits. The cheetah senses danger, but what can she do? They're too clumsy to make any sort of organized resistance. Tries to put up a half-hearted bluff, but she knows that she and her offspring can't claws and teeth, especially now. A real predator hunts down and kills live, fleeing animals. As for the hyena, his patience has paid off. He's prowling around, but he's no match for the hyena. He, in turn, will find him not even to give a morsel. So he has to fall back on more modest prey. Lichens, or wild dogs, are also considered prodigious predators in the savannah, the equals of cheetahs and day. To feed the family twice every day at sunup and sundown, they leave their lairs to hunt in pack. But they're not always successful. These creatures are sometimes called hyena dogs. They drink very little, and their prey can... They're about the size of a big dog, but they're considered perhaps the most effective killing machine in the animal kingdom. They hunt. One could never take down a Thompson gazelle or... Next, chasing down in relays. They charge the herd to scatter it, and the pack takes after it at speeds of 50 kilometers an hour, 30 miles per hour. The chief directs the whole procedure, but actually getting the prey is seldom as easy as it first appears. They take 2 out of 3 hunts. Zebras know how to defend themselves. Their hooves are hard horn, and they can use them effectively. This time, the herbivorous animals know how to put up a good defense. Elephants stand very tall, and they fear none. The others have to learn the behavior patterns of their potential predators. They know when they're hunting and when they're not. Nip the legs of the slow zebras to make them is crossing a river. If crocodiles are seen in range of their massive jaws, would have to be very lucky to escape. Armed with about 70 teeth, a thick... just a part of the environment. Buffaloes, zebras, antelope, these are perfect prey, and slippery shoreline mud or steep rivers make it hard for the prey to get away. A female crocodile decides to go after a young zebra that has been in water. It fight. Alone, terrified and wounded in the river, the animal doesn't know where to go or how to get away. The female crocodile tries to drag the wounded creature down into the water, but the youngster is resistant. Has to have a better hold. The prey might get away. Whatever it takes, she has to get up. Suddenly, the zebra takes advantage and breaks away, desperately climbing up the riverbank. Minutes before the animal dies. The success score for females that hunt alone is fairly low. It's about 17%, 1 kill in every 5 attempts. This makes the survival of the lion cubs fairly uncertain. It's not surprising that they prefer hunting in groups. Today, the lionesses and the cubs are eating as fast as they can before a male comes along to take his share. When a male is present, he is always served first. But this time, Mom and the kids will have full stomachs. All the same, the odor of the carcass draws famished hyenas. The banquet attracts envious neighbors. The hyena moves in closer, no doubt convinced that the moment has come to make his move. But the lionesses have no intention of letting him get away with it. He's going to have to wait until the lion family has had its fill, and then he will move in to find they have left him a few bare bones. No, not much chance that the lions will leave much for the hyena. Well, if there's nothing here, the hyena has to resume a solitary quest. Why not seek out tender prey, fresh meat, for instance, an unsuspecting, defenseless baby cheetah? For out in the wild, hostile nature, the lives of the young, whether predator or prey, are often precarious. However, the hyena just might have a difficult and dangerous fight with the mother. Intimidation, dissuasion, will he dare? No, the risk looks too great. The hyena goes on his way and keeps on the prowl for other prey. His courage seems to have deserted him for trying another attack. Off the hyena goes looking for any food to quell the pangs of hunger. Once the danger is over, the mother cheetah is required to leave her little ones and go off to hunt. But will they be there when she returns? Cruel choices have to be made. The hyena appears to have gone off and is now far enough away. The cheetah has to go for it. A quick hunt and then back to the lair. The hyena is watching all this. This one is really sure of herself and determined to attack her. The hyena and the cheetah are left soon out of breath. Doesn't think that she'll succeed. However, they join others of their pack and profit from the panic caused by the cheetah to attack a wounded. Order determines relationships among individuals. Directing the group chases him away in no uncertain terms. Away into the distance. The lioness can only wait, resigned to the situation, and go off to her. She takes it and wanders through the savannah for a long time. Before she can bring herself to give up the cub's body to the vultures. Accused of killing for pleasure, predators have incurred a bad reputation, and yet, for over half a century, many scientific studies have proven their usefulness. A number of predators are key species that enrich their region and determine the structure of animal communities. They maintain a good balance between various species. Attempting to suppress the predators to protect nature is a mistake, because any place without predators is not a stable environment. On the contrary, it's an artificial habitat made poorer and more fragile. Following an implacable and ferocious law, by attacking the most vulnerable individuals, predators remove weak and sick animals from nature to the benefit of the stronger animals. For all that, the life of a predator is not so simple. Nature's implacable law, one that is wounded or not very good at the art of hunting, will in turn disappear. Learning to be a good hunter requires a long period of instruction. For example, a female cheetah has to take great pains teaching her young to hunt, so they learn to recognize and stalk down their future prey. They have to be taught how to choose prey, sense all its reactions, and know how to get it. Most important, young cheetahs have to knock running prey to the ground. As a rule, the cheetah is certainly a superb sprinter, but since they can't take the quick turns at high speed while running, they have one paw, throwing it off balance and dropping it to the ground. The students learn this by in the broadest sense, being a predator is feeding on other living creatures. Under that definition, practically all animals are predators. It's just a matter of scale. In the savannah, baboons are, for the most part, omnivorous. But sometimes they reveal themselves as accomplished predators. The males have no hesitation in attacking other mammals that they may encounter on their way. They can be terrifying opponents. Their bite is awesome. A powerful dominant male has caught a small gazelle. He doesn't wait for the prey to die before devouring it, right in front of his underlings. This male may leave a few scraps for others, but only after he's had his fill. In the savannah, death is a part of everyday life. The baboons set off for new horizons. But predators are not limited to attacking weak herbivores. They devour other predators, and at every opportunity. Some animals are completely oblivious to the danger present along the riverbanks. Like young baboons, apparently, the smaller the predator, the more invulnerable they feel. Foolhardy or oblivious, the baboons have apparently decided to tempt the devil, and this particular devil is a crocodile. For the young ones, the game is approaching the riverbank as close as possible, but for the older ones, the most exciting provocation is in actually drinking from the river very close to a crocodile who's pretending to be asleep. It would seem that the one taking the greatest risk is matching himself against the most dangerous predator of the river. A youngster takes one chance too many and things get dramatic. The alert is sounded, but it's too late. The entire group looks on helpless, seeing the young baboon in the jaws of the hungry crocodile. In the world of the predator, you pay for the slightest mistake. But along the riverbanks, the crocodiles don't always have it their way. Facing a hippopotamus, the law of the stronger and the bigger holds, and the hippos move right in to use their heavyweight position to provoke the crocodiles. The hippos and the crocs live together in the river. The crocodiles may present no direct threat to the hippos, but all the same, they might go for a young, defenseless crocodile. Defending territory, provoking, hippos are quick to show disdain for the crocodiles as soon as they're big enough to intimidate them, and in response, the crocodiles feign indifference. Even the youngest get in the game. On dry land, the adult crocodiles do their best to frighten the hippos. They multiply their efforts, but the massive creatures don't believe a word of it, so to speak. If duels between adults held on land seem not really dangerous for the combatants, It's not the same in the river, when the crocodiles are again in their preferred hunting ground. In the aquatic element, a crocodile feeling safe, not sensing exposure to any danger. And pay no penalty. The only place to satisfy a thirst is in the river. And that's where but nature isn't fair. Some risk everything, others face virtually no danger. Take the giraffe, gaining its legs, and in this uncomfortable position game here, it's because every year the migration cycle of the herbivores of Serengeti can provide predators with a happy hunting ground, and these meat eaters take full advantage. Nevertheless, the actual hunting is far from assured. As always, some succeed and others fail, but it's not because there's no game. Some prey